for the intro. Say the pocket pod intro. Who are you? Who are you?
Wait.
There's no wait.
I need to think.
You're enjoying all my
Wait.
stuff. This is the price.
I know.
You had chia today.
Wait.
How was the chia?
It was good, I guess.
I'm rolling my eyes. I'm rolling my
I'm being
eyes.
forced to say so.
Well, this is the intro for the podcast. Say the
So what do I
intro.
say? What do I say?
The pocket pod. Say the pocket pod. This is the intro for the pocket pod.
Wait, I say this is the intro for the pocket pod.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the intro for the pocket pod.
This is hi guys, my name is Peace, and this is the intro for the Pocket Pod.
If there's anything you could say, what would it be?
Live life. Yes.
I'm huge and wanted to humble. People like to try to humble me, but they must understand that it can't happen. They must understand that you can't humble a humbleless man. Let me rephrase that. Let's see. You can't humble a man such as myself because I can only humble myself. You cannot humble me. Respectfully, even when I say that you humbled me, it's only when I allow you to humble me, because why would I allow you by default, any random cretin, any random scallywag delinquent, any random person on this earth, do not allow your mind to be troubled and set astray, do not allow your mind to run rampant just off of a singular thing a random individual says. You don't look big today. You didn't do that. You were late to class. Bro, shut up. I said, I have to humble you. You were running all high and mighty. I had to humble you. I just chuckled. I was like, you can't humble me. Even when you beat me 500 times in a row, you can't humble me, because what you beaten me at is not my game. What you beaten me at has no value. You understand? And I say that not as like a sore loser. I say that not to discredit you, and I say that not to try to cope. I say that very specifically, very intentionally, and I say that because I'm my only competition in this life. I've said that you are only against yourself. Understand? So only I can humble myself. I'm not in competition with anyone. I was like, I'm looking big. You started 5 months before me, and I'm halfway. How'd that work? I go for 3. You've been going for 5, 6, actually 7. Well, how long has it been since September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April? It's been 8 months. I've been going for 3. You got 5 more months on me, OG. What are you talking about? And I said, give me 3 more. I said to the world, give me 3 more. I'm on my own schedule. Understand this. People probably saw I did my countdown, my 3-month countdown. I popped off for the countdown. I said 3 more months. I didn't even explain why. It's because Sarah posted. She said, you inspired me. She said, I thought the countdown was when it started. But so when it ended, she posted and she was like, yeah, 3 months. And she said, wait, I thought that's when it started. Oh, yours finished. But fuck it, I'll do 3 months myself. All right. I can do another. I can show you what it means to surpass every limit that you've ever had. I can show you what it means to work for a goal that you can't even see in the horizon. I'll show you what it means to dream larger than the imagination, to work in this fantasy, this imagination, this pocket of imagination. I reside in that pocket. That's my pocket right there. Name of the episode. But yeah, so that's why I say, ugh. JJ tried to humble me. He said, you were flying all high and mighty. I said, I feel as you got a fresh cut. Oh, I bet life's sweet. I bet life's sweet right now. Life going good. I said, you got accepted to be an RA. You, you've been going to the gym. Because he's like, my life's boring. I just go to the gym and go to school. I was doing family life. I don't do anything. I'm like, but you can do more. But there's a peace that comes with that, a simple life. A simple life, but I can understand the simple. There's no way this man left a whole chicken, a whole bone on my floor. Okay, but I can understand the simple life. I'm like, so you just don't do anything afterward? Like, what do you do? That's it, my life's simple. But I love it. I can understand that. That's why we're never in the same category. Do you understand that? That's why we're never in the same category. I say, oh, you okay, but you're saying, oh, I'm going to bed on time. I'm just getting my sleep. I'm doing, life sweet, life good. Okay, yeah, but you can do more. He's like, there's not more to do. I'm like, there's always more to do because there's more life to live. There's more things you're gonna do. There's more than just now. There's more than just the gym. There's more than just this goal that you see inside. There's more over the horizon. You understand? He's like, yeah, but I'm doing what I gotta do. I'm doing it. This is it. That's not it. You think it's it because, well, as I say, comfortability is the enemy. Complacency is the enemy. I don't do that. I don't. I'm so back to it, or maybe this episode will be humbling the humblest. Humbling a humblest man. I said, oh, I saw him yesterday. I said, oh, but Charles said you want to turn up, blah blah blah. But how you been? You been a while. I just been doing my own thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing about me and people. A lot of times, at first you'll see me a lot. A lot of people you meet, a lot of people I meet, they'll see me a lot. Even when I moved into res, they saw me a lot. But then as time goes on, they see me less and they see me less. And you know what the why that is? It's because at first I'll put in all the effort in the world. But as the time fades, that excitement dwindles and I have more things I need to achieve, more work that I must put in. So that who sees me the most? It used to be everyone in the world, but then you know who it turns into? It turns into the people that reach out and they want to see me. The people that make the attempt to see me. And then that falls off 80%, 90%. That's okay. Because either way, I still have that work to do. And we had our interaction, we had our fun, but don't you dare hit me up later saying, when I see you next, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. You've been off the map. I haven't been off the map. You didn't text. I haven't been off the map. I just didn't text you. People are comfortable and they're complacent. You can't stand that comfortability. When I say that, I think of when I have someone around me, when I a long time ago, I drilled it into my head when I was a kid that when I have my family around, I tell them when I say bye, I say I love you because you never know if you're gonna see them again. Because you never know what this world has in store for you. You never know. So I drilled it in my head because I try not to end things off on a bad note and I try to understand the power that I hold. If if God forbid someone passed away tomorrow and I look and I say, when was the last time I talked to them? Oh, it was a year ago. Why was it a year ago? Did I want to talk to them? Why didn't I? If I didn't, okay, all right. I don't even think about that year. I just say, okay. But if I think back, I say, when was the last time I talked to? That's that's the thought process, right? That's the process. That process is telling your brain, that's telling you, that's saying, hey, we should have talked more. Maybe because we're family, maybe because I like this person, maybe because I believe they had something to say, maybe because last time we left off on a bad note. There's something, but when I see someone, it's rarely, oh, it's been too long since I've seen you. It's rarely ever that case for me because I've seen you for the right amount of time and I've seen you. I've done what I can. I've done the work that I needed to do. I've tried. And I've made my connection with you, but it's on you if you want to, how strong you want that to be. I said it episode 27, pretty privileged. Sabrina asked, oh, are we gonna keep in or what about afterwards? What about after? Oh, I love referencing my pod. Episode 27, pretty privileged. Do you understand how nice that feels? I don't have to repeat the same thing. I can tell you that these thoughts that I have, this isn't just a random opinion I'm forming now. I've had it. You can date it back, and it dates back further than this. But right now, since I've started the pod, I can reference episode 27. And this episode right now, I'm only like 40. I'm only at 40. 43 is coming out today. 43 is coming out today. You understand that? And right now it's probably like around episode 80, 90. No, yeah, 80, 90. You'll understand. Maybe 70. No. What are we at right? Wait, but I'm at 50. Yeah, no. 80, yeah. Yeah. So I say, it's on you because I've done what I can do alone. There's this guy I met at the gym, Matthew. I met Matthew at Fit for Less when I was in Vaughn. And he's a great guy. I love Matthew. Shout out to Matthew. I and I I met Matthew, and we're talking, chatting it up, and he idolizes me, and I'm telling him these stories of and don't get me wrong, I idolize him because Matthew. Think about Matthew. He's big. He's short, but he's big. He he's big. He's a big, big man. I remember the very first time I ever saw him, before I even met him, before I even talked to him, the very first, because there were a couple of times I saw him before we even met. Because I would go in there consistent. People ask how they make friends. How do you make friends? It's easy. You know how you made friends in high school? You kept going to the same place and eventually you cross paths with somebody. That's it. You keep doing something step by step, brick by brick, layer by layer. You keep doing something and event you take enough steps in the right direction and you end up at your destination. You want friends? Go outside. You want friends? Go somewhere consistently. Have a hobby. You want friends? Go to a place where, and if you, and it's, oh, I don't want to go outside. Then every day go on to Discord. Every day go on to Instagram. Every day go on to play and say, and ask one person, can I have a friend? Will you be my friend? And there may be nothing that comes of it. There may be something that comes of it. Are there more optimal ways? Are there better ways? Are there more intimate ways? Like more ways that lead to a genuine connection? Yes, of course. But if you do what you can, you do what you can. You do what you can. That's all you can do. If you do a test and you got 40%, kid telling me I got 40%. I suck. I'm like, did you try? He's like, I tried so hard. I'm like, did you try the hardest you can? Because if you got the 40 and you half-assed it, all right, that's okay. Be upset at yourself. You got the 40 and you could have gotten 50. You could have gotten 100. If you half-assed it, then your potential is unknown, right? So why are you half-assing it and then being upset about the results? And so, but if you tried with your soul, if you tried and you can tell me and look me in the eyes with dead certainty, I tried 100%. I gave it everything I had with no doubt, without a shadow of a doubt. I reached and surpassed all my limits to obtain that 40, then that's your 40. Be proud of that 40. Be proud of that 40. You know where your limits reside, so now you know what to do to break them. It's a perspective. It's a perspective. Run it back. Go back. I say, oh, JJ, you got that haircut. Oh, I see now you're looking fresh. Looking fresh. He's like, yeah, you're running too high and mighty with that retwist. You're running too high and mighty with that retwist. I had to humble you. I just had to, I just had to check out. I was like, excuse me. And you know what it is too? I, the words that you speak out into this world, the words that you speak out into this world, what you practice in private is who you are in public. Understand that. What you say, what you think, it comes out. And I say the first thing I thought, why would you say that? About you're running too high and mighty with it. Because yes, objectively, I was because I was proud of that retweet. I am still, my head is still fresh to fuck. It is still amazingly fresh. But I tell you that my bonnet, my silk scarf, and, and he's like, you were running too high. I'm still running high and mighty. But you know why this one really put a grin on my face is because I deserve it. I deserve it more than anyone. I put out 40 episodes. I trained for 3 months for a dream that's unobtainable. To lot. I trained for 3 months for a dream larger than the imagination. And I still keep going. Jimmy said, are you gonna stop after 3 months? Fuck no. Fuck no, because what I tell you, it's the art of battle. Reference. Make sure to follow, like, subscribe. I gotta make sure to probably promote that more. This will help future Atreyu. So thank you, future. Thank you, future Atreyu. Or I guess, thank you, present me, and you're welcome, future Atreyu. Or I guess, thank you, past me. You must understand. So, rising too high and mighty with the retweet. At some point, because I'm a lot. I'm an exuberant personality. My personality is an hyperbole in itself. An over exaggeration. Everything I do is an over exaggeration. Everything I do is a reach. Everything I do is a big old fucking honking stretch. Because that's the way I've learned to live, to enjoy this world the most. When everything's exaggerated, when all the stakes, that you can imagine are worth 10 times the amount. And who makes these stakes? I make them all, so they're tenfold. They're tenfold. I wake up. I hope it's not too late. I think it's 9. It's 10:42. Oh, it says on spot. Congratulations, 250 streams and downloads. That's a quarter of 1,000. A quarter of 1,000. It's been 42 days. Oh, and I actually got 10 plays, so I actually have 159 right now. 31 followers. Someone's even listen to it today. The day just started. Understand this. You cannot humble a humblest man. So, and Matthew said in the gym, he said, I'm talking about Matthew, the big man. And that's what I referred to him as before I knew him, before I knew his name, I was just like, the big man, that big nigga. He's this Asian fellow. He got a motorcycle and he worked this job that he didn't like. But then he quit. Or he got fired. It literally doesn't matter. But then he got a new job. and he got a motorcycle, and life is still going. That's the part that I care about the most. And life is still going, and he's still trying. It's still happening. That's how the world goes. So, and he said he idolizes me, but I say, what you idolize, you don't idolize me. You idolize some of the characteristics that I have that are universal. And what I mean by that is, he's like, oh, I want to be like you. I want to be like you. I want to be more like you. You're confident, like you're yourself. I'm like, what you idolize, you don't idolize me and the stories I'm telling you, because you want to have your own stories. You care about your own things. That's a definitive. But what you idolize about me, what you like about me, that you wish that you could incorporate into your own character, is just how much of myself you see from me. How much of myself you see. And you see that I'm confident in myself. You see that I am unapologetically myself. I've gotten that compliment numerous times, and I thought it was strange that multiple different men and women would tell me the same thing. I'm like, do they have a script? Is this stage? I thought to myself, I said, how is that possible? I asked people. They said, "What's the first thing?" I love feedback. I love I love the feedback. So I say, "What's the first thing that you thought? What's the first thing you thought when? What was your first impression of me? Like what?" And they say, "Oh, you know that you're unapologetically yourself." Okay, interesting. So that's what I wanted to say. That's what I say. That's the takeaway. You don't, it's not like you want to be me. You just want to be as confident in yourself as I am. You want to just be yourself. And he's like, this is fact. He's like, you know what it is? I've realized something with you. Because you observe long enough and you start to see, obviously. You look long enough and you start to understand. And he said, when you go out and you interact with you and you try and you reach, what you do, and he said this 2 years ago, and he said, what you do, you try as hard as you can. You try to the best of your ability. You try, and that's why you try. Every single time you try your hardest. You put your best foot out there and you try. When you go to give someone one of your cards, when you go to promote, when you go to advertise, when you go to go for a joke or you talk, even your jokes, if you notice me, I'm always throwing out jokes one after another. I can't have one conversation without multiple jokes. They're always in quick succession. They're always in quick succession. Do you know why that is? It's because I first of all, my mind's always going, but apart from that, apart from that, it's like Netflix. You throw out enough originals, eventually something's gonna bang. A lot of them gonna be Duke, terrible. Couldn't even imagine watching another. Oh, banger. It's a game of statistics. Understand this. Understand this, brother man. So, when you got this game that I'm playing, if every chance is your only chance, if you play like the stakes matter, the world matters. It's a it's different. I can't be around people too long. I start to see the jealousy, the envy. They how it all seems gifted, how it all seems just handed to you. Ah, golden boy, The boy saved by the world. You know, it was so hard when I told JJ what my name means. That my mother told, he was like, bullshit. People have a so hard time believing. And you know why? It sound who the world bestowed this title upon you. Heard this from your mother. You never heard this until it sounds magical, make believe, made up, and you taught by any means necessary. You're Mr. Bullshit. You're number one bullshit guy. You're number one bullshit guy. I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck. I do not give an fuck. That's a part of what this pod is too. This is me relinquishing that giving a fuck. I told you guys, what episode was this? Episode where I said I'm sealing away. Okay, so that's in the 40s. I'll say 42. Maybe boo. It's okay, just listen. But I said I'm sealing away shame. That's why I gotta re-listen to my episodes, just so I could be able to reference them. Just so I can reference them. But fortune favors the bold. But yeah, so what I want to say is how I'm unapologetically myself. All right, definition of Matthew. I'm like, you don't idolize me. You don't care for me. Like you can appreciate that I'm myself, and you want to be more yourself. And that's just the goal, to be yourself. That's all you want to do. That's all this life is, trying to understand what is yourself. And that's the first part. There's your kid self, but then then it turns into your adult self, and that adult self also has to understand kid self. Right? Because even though kid self is gone, but kid self contributed to adult self. So, you know? Brother man, sister woman, hear you. But so then getting back to it, so what you practice in private is who you are in public. So I say you showed colors there. You showed colors because there was a character break when uh, I've been waiting for it, but I see it. At some point I told you, JJ, I told you, John, I said when I'm looking at you, I'm seeing the present, the past, and the future. When I had talked to you, I'm not seeing one timeline, I'm seeing three. You understand? That's what happens when anyone speaks to me. When I'm doing it, I'm seeing three timelines. He said, "What does that mean?" I was like, "You'll know what it means." I, I was like, "You'll know what it means. You'll know what it means." I see. I'm just saying. I could see. I could see very well. Yeah, I can see very well. So, but you don't need to know that I can see. Thank you, Nigel. You was listening to episode 40 yesterday, Chiafied. It feels like a dream. This almost feels like a fever dream, a hallucination. Like I can't believe I'm really here. I'm really here. I finally got into Atreyu's Adventures. You know how long I've wanted Atreyu's Adventures, just in some sense. I've been doing videos and trying to attribute them to Atreyu's Adventures, but that's not Atreyu's Adventures. Because I'm not consistent enough. There are too many adventures. I'm not editing enough. I don't want to edit enough. And when I do edit enough, I don't edit enough for that long. I don't know, it's the video. You know what it is with the video too that overwhelms me? Right? Because I'm still trying to find my format. I'm trying to find my flow. I'm also trying to understand editing. But apart from editing, I'm trying to understand the choreography. And also, I'm the one making the videos, and I'm the one doing the things. I'm the one ordering the things. I'm the one who has to plan the things, and cook the thing. But anyway, apart from me and doing it all, even I registered. By this time, I'm already registered. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Because you you're already there, you're logged in, LOL, and you already started, and you know what you're gonna do, you just gotta get on that computer one more time. You're probably